Hey, so if you are looking to make changes either internally or externally and manifest a different type of body or, cellular structure internally, if you have had an injury or are trying to heal an illness, if you are trying to decrease cellulite or have smoother skin or other types of bodily changes, I want to talk today about what really works, and if you are doing meditation and manifestation for the physical changes, what can actually amplify that times a lot. So if you have had an injury on the inside, you can physically change the cellular structure through your thoughts. When we are trying to manifest anything or create any changes in our life, ultimately the idea is to embody the energy, right? But when our thoughts are very, very powerful, these are not things that we are taught at a young age, but this is actually natural in how the body works. So also as an energy practitioner, I can promise you that the law of assumption is very beneficial in here when you are visualizing and embodying the energy of that it is already happening the way that you want it to be. That is a very strong point to hold on to. But there is, when we are creating and manifesting things, only so much of our manifestation will be granted without us taking some type of action. Where there is a will, there is a way, but you have to have a will to do something. Grass grows where you water it. So we can just visualize and manifest things at times that will just come in externally. You can get plastic surgery, but if you want true long-term awesome results, not empty short-term not so great results, I definitely recommend taking a little bit of action. But I just want to tell you what that action is, because it really doesn't take too much. It is much more about embodying the energy to an extent. If you are healing from an injury, I can tell you one way that I know for sure that this works is I had a hand injury where my main tendon in my hand, and along with other nerves in multiple fingers, were completely severed to where they retracted up into my top of my finger and down into my hand with the tendon, and the nerves were just completely severed also. So I did have to have a surgery or it would be complete loss of function of my hand. So this happened to also be right after I graduated from esthetician school, so that was great. But ultimately, I do know the power of our thoughts and cellular regeneration. So I did do some meditations on the nerves, especially is what I was going for, the healing on my hand. And what happened is I could feel throughout meditation. You can find some online. You can how advanced you are in meditation, you can create your own. But depending, of course, it is just the idea of visualizing and going through it. But what I experienced was I could feel my brain was like firing, signals, sending signals to my nerves. I could feel them, like it was kind of painful because it was sending shooting pains directly up those nerves into my fingers. So, that was pretty powerful. After you have had nerve damage, but especially severed and repair, there's no guarantee, but of any kind of nerve damage, that you will have feeling again. And I'm sure you have always heard of, many cases in life of people having miraculous recoveries and miraculous anything, and miracles happen when you believe that they're going to happen. So that is ultimately what it comes down to when wanting to have an outcome. It's having the belief and the faith. If you don't believe that it's going to work, it's not going to work. So just like, your manifestation won't be granted to you if you don't truly believe that it is what is happening. So it is really important to trust what you're doing. It is that easy. We do have the power. Our thoughts do create our internal and external reality, which goes to say that our thoughts and feelings also create illness and other issues internally. So the fact that that can cause that, but that also tells you that your thoughts and feelings have the power to, you know, create or to, you know, make changes and, you know, heal things internally also. So you of course can get you know, Reiki or quantum healing or energy work, whichever, you know, and have the assistance of someone else, but you can also do these things internally. So if you are looking to make it, is ultimately an energetic investment. Anything that we are putting energy outward, if a financial investment is an energetic investment, we are paying for a service through energy healing or going to get a facial through an esthetician or whatever treatment it may be. That is an energetic investment, so it will be beneficial, and you get to relax and just receive that, you know, service and receive that energy back. So it is very beneficial, although we cannot always afford to do this on the regular. So ultimately, what I'm, you know, my message today is that how to do these things on your own. I went to a quantum healing type place yesterday, which I, you know, do quantum healing also, but this place uses like oxygen therapy, which you can also do yourself through breathing. And they had, you know, these bands you put on your head and these things you stick on your face, and it sends, you know, waves to your brain to make changes, you know, with your like nervous system, etc. You can do these things through energy healing of others. You can do this with you know, from others receiving a service. In those ways, you can meditate these things yourself, and of course, binaural beats and sound, right? So, this is the crown chakra. This is bliss and beauty among other things. This also is what opens the channels from, you know, the upper realms to the realm that, you know, we are on. So that is the crown on top of your head. This is bliss and beauty. So this is 963. So also with tuning forks, this is basically binaural beats directly on you. So there's no chance of really you know, that frequency being altered, because it's going on a recording, then coming through a cell phone. This is basically the vibration. All sound is vibration and light, as well as energy healing onto your body. So your body wants to heal itself. If you are getting energy work or Reiki done by somebody, your body is accepting that light. Your body wants to heal. It knows how to heal itself, but it needs that energy to do it, right? So we can give ourselves this energy through our thoughts alone. However, so if we are paying for a service, for example, at this quantum healing place, you will not receive a service that is not below $300. So if you are not able to afford that, or facials, you know, 5 times a week, or even once a month, you know, there are plenty of ways that you can absolutely increase your skin and your bodily structure as well. So if you are looking to manifest smoother skin, more plump skin, you know, a bigger chest, or, you know, backside, or more plump, or less cellulite on your thighs, or wherever, a flatter stomach. Ideally, so although you can do this with thought and manifestation, if you want to amplify that times a ton, like a lot, it is to massage, to give that energy or that love to yourself. Where you water your grass grows. So there are creams and emollients and things that say that they will decrease cellulite or decrease cellulite or increase your bust size, for example, or create a smoother bottom. So I am not saying that there is zero truth to these creams. That is also an energetic investment and a financial investment, which is an energetic investment to, receive something in return. But ultimately, what really is going to make the changes when it comes to external changes like that is the act of doing it. It is the actual action of rubbing that into your skin. So if you are looking for, even when it comes to increase in size, I have, I've looked up, at home treatments to increase this stuff. One that I remember was, I think, olive oil, and you put petroleum jelly on top, but it is not really, the substance so much itself as it is the action of doing it. So, the Bum cream, I have used that because I love it and I love the smell, but it's, it's like $50 a tub. And the thing is that a lot of these creams and, other substances have a lot of chemicals in them. So, I don't typically opt for those, but I have used, I think, that one. But, the idea is to, embody that vibration that you are trying to have. So if you want to listen to music while you're doing this, but even when you are putting lotion on your body, and hopefully a more chemical-free lotion, the idea is to take the time to rub it into your body at every area. You want to take the time and rub it into your ankles and your calves and your knees and your thighs and as you go up. So if you are trying to manifest specifically changes, that is a great time to do that. If you are trying to visualize bigger calves as you're doing that, or, smoother thighs, but ultimately the physical changes when it comes to skin and even size to a fair extent is that you are creating blood flow by putting that energy to it, but the actual friction and energy you are creating with the blood flow, which also increases collagen production with the blood flow also. So that goes to say that, and you can do that with your arms if you're, and visualize more, tone or prominent muscle, arms, where you're rubbing that in. And this is for men and women. This is true embodiment of self and utilizing, instead of slapping that lotion on in under 20 seconds, take a few minutes and put lotion on. And if you want to use especially a cream or a homemade cream, you can do that too, or of course one that you have purchased. So, it is really about embodying and putting that physical action and energy and love into the self that is really amplifying what it is you are trying to, manifest visually and physically, but it ultimately physically is actually creating blood flow and great energy and collagen. So you will have a more glowy, plump, beautiful skin because you are putting that love into that area. So hands down, as much as you use your thoughts to manifest, and you can change your cellular structure of those things happening mentally, it will take a lot more work. It is very, very beneficial. You will see an outcome ultimately the most if you are putting that energy into those areas and changes that you want to see. So another thing I wanted to touch on really quick is, so a lot of creams and stuff, you will see caffeine in them. That is because caffeine is to create blood flow. So that would be more for like a blood or a fat loss type creams that will say it claims to do or decrease cellulite. Sure, coffee can do that a little bit externally, but the actual action of massaging or tapping or that's to potent. However you want, you can use a gua sha on your face, and it is just about the energy. And of course there's like face yoga and there's body yoga. Exercising will create blood flow in your body as well, and ultimately all good skin and everything else, everything starts from within. So your diet is hands down going to be the ultimate life changer, game changer of your energy, of glowing skin, and your cells to be able to produce these things as well. But yes, our thoughts do create these things. Our thoughts can heal tissue and cells and regenerate them. Tuning forks and, you know, these tunes physically, scientifically actually change the structure of cells and can balance your energy centers along with, you know, sound bowls and sound healing. But ultimately, I highly recommend using your energy to create that blood flow physically and put that energy on, you know, even your bottom, you know, picture it how you want it to be while you're doing it, your thighs, everywhere on your body, hopefully a more chemical free lotion. So I might write a little bit about a couple of scrubs you can do at home. Those are great for both men and women at home, like 2 to 3 ingredients, 3 if you want to use aromatherapy, but you can find all kind of other body scrubs online. Those are great to do once a week, twice a month, even whenever you can, you know, before or while you're in the shower. That is going to be great for skin glowing on the outside and exfoliation. But you know, it's just another good reason to put that energy and love into your body. The more you love yourself, the more love you give yourself, the more everything you give, whether it is to yourself or to others, the more you will receive, of course, and the more you will also embody that energy of, you know, your God or goddess energy, is to truly feel that way. And when you are giving yourself that love and putting that energy, you know, as I said, grass does grow where you water it. So I think that is going to be it for today, and I will catch you guys later.